When you are scared, there is fear. There's a type of fear that you can have. That fear is like your body become cold. You don't move and you are sweating. That kind of fear, I never had that before. Because I knew at that moment that there was a bad spirit in the bedroom. I was born in a family. I talk a little bit about my family in the blog. My father was Catholic, not really practicing that much now. But my mom was Protestant. And to be honest, she was just religious. She wasn't Christian. She was just, because people don't understand. There are people who are religious. Religious doesn't mean that you are completely, religious is some people are religious, but their heart doesn't completely belong to God. I don't know how to explain that. The relationship with God is another level. I didn't have that relationship with God. I just knew I was going to church, pray, and that's it. But when I had this situation happening that day, that night, I remember my grandfather, because my grandfather was a pastor, and he was singing some hymn, Christian, worship hymn of the time. My mouth couldn't even, it's like the stuff didn't want me to sing. Just to worship, it didn't, because I knew that naturally, I knew that it was a spiritual attack. I tried to call my two roommates, they couldn't hear me. They were sleeping, they didn't hear the noise, they didn't see the stuff spinning, they were quietly sleeping. Now, when I woke up in the morning, I didn't even wake up because I didn't sleep. We were like always military style. You have to wake up, you are going to outside the bedroom praying to the prayer, because it's Catholic school, we had to pray, there are rules. And I like Catholic school, I like Catholic system a lot when it comes to education. They are very good on that. But that place was very strange. And I woke up and I didn't wake up. Military stuff, we went to pray and such. But I was heavy. I talked to my friend, my 3 other friends at the dormitory. I told them what happened to me. I even asked my 2 roommates, who had told me, no, we never heard anything like that at night. We were sleeping. There was nothing. And apparently, they never had any. They didn't hear any noise at all. And they were shocked. They said, did you hear? Did you stop? I said, the stuff was spinning. Prior to that night, I remember I went to the bedroom of a girl next door. She had a door. I remember I was going with another girl who came to ask, my friend, who came to ask like a book because she needed a book to work on something, so a book for school. And then something attracted my attention. The girl next to her roommate had a door. I was sitting on the table where she was putting her books. And that door was strange. She had no eyes, and she has ink falling from her eyes. And the door was sitting. I was like, why you have a door that has ink from the eyes and has no eyes? She told me, just I like it, She told me, I like it like that. And she was strange, It's just, and I don't know why, I pick up the door and I look at her and say, why do you keep a door like that? I could feel the girl was upset, but she looked at me in a certain way, like, and I was laughing, and I put the door back, and I wasn't laughing to make fun. I was just laughing because I said, what is this? I never saw like a big girl. Because she was older than me. She was way older than me. And she had a door with pink, falling from her eyes. with no eyes. She had no, the doll had no eyes, but she has pink, like, flowing. Like it was dry, but it was still that she didn't even clean it. I said, what does that mean? But anyway, for me, it was like, some people are not really okay in my mind. And then that night, I had this situation that happened. But still, it didn't make any sense to me, because later on, when I left the dormitory, I left the dormitory. I went back home. That spirit was still after me. Manifest few months later. And now it manifests differently. It manifests to the point where it was strangling my neck physically. I would be fighting at night with a spirit on my bed, like really struggling for my life. I told about that to my parents, and they told me, "Where did you get that? Where did you get that?" I said, "I don't know, but I remember I had a situation that happened to me at a dorm, but I don't know if it's a spirit that still, in the spiritual world, in the spiritual realm, there is no distance, you know that, right?" So I was like, what is this? That thing was strangling me physically. And it was always coming around 1 a.m. 1 a.m., 2 a.m. That was the exact hours that thing was coming. Every night. I don't know if you read the book of a French author, Guy de Maupassant. He had a book that he called The Horla. They described the man, the character who was victim of the Horla. The Horla was a spirit. The Horla was drinking every night the water of a man. He was a rich man, but he became almost crazy because he couldn't have. It was too much. In the morning, he would feel his. There was like a container of water in crystal for his bed. Okay, it will feel like that, and in the morning it will become empty. So one night he decided to stay awake to see what the Horla was doing, and he saw that at night the Horla was really drinking the water, but the Horla, he couldn't see the Horla. I don't know if you read this book. That book really scared me. It was a book of Guy de Maupassant. The man got sick, like mentally he became almost crazy. He couldn't sleep. He had now, his eye was now having like, when you have some, I don't know how you say that in English, they have some stuff in the eye that he couldn't sleep. And that's what happened to me. I couldn't sleep. I was going to school. I couldn't comb my hair. I almost became mentally crazy. Just like that. My family could do nothing for me. They were just praying, but they were religious. The prayer didn't do anything for me. Nothing. So every night, I was struggling. Every night, that stuff was fighting with me physically. One night, I remember, I act like in the character of the Horla of the book. Like I want to see what it is. I was so tired. My friend in class, they were like, "Are you okay?" The only time I could sleep was in the morning, obviously, but in the morning I was going to school, so I couldn't sleep. I couldn't even listen I was just sitting there, but my mind was like, oh my God, how am I going to sleep tonight? That thing is going to come at the same hour, and I have no solution. So one night I said, I want to see what it is. The spirit came back again as usual. It came the same hour. And for the first time, I'm telling you, it's a reality. I tried to talk. I wasn't talking physically, but my inside, my spirit, my soul, I don't know how to say that, was talking to it. Like, what do you want from me?